Today I want to make some transfer paper. Specifically, I want to make some titanium white transfer paper, and I've got this gold pigment that I bought in Venice, Italy that I think would be really cool so that I can create interesting textures and thin lines and all sorts of cool stuff on my encaustic pieces. This was just a test panel that we did earlier, kind of a mess, but I think it has a lot of interesting possibilities. Specifically, if you want to add some like small hand-drawn details to an encaustic piece that you might already be doing. So I have a whole bunch of colors that I made forever ago of all sorts of Sinopia pigments that I have, mostly earth tones and cobalt. So today what I want to do is I want to take some titanium white and I'm going to start just by rubbing it into the paper and see if this will work. So I know with graphite this works, and I really can't remember how I did it last time. I mean, goodness, I made those like 3 or 4 years ago, but my understanding is that you can just rub it into the paper and then paint the isopropyl alcohol. So I've got this foam brush, and I just need a little. You don't want to. Oh, this has yellow in it. That might not actually be a bad thing. I'll be able to see it a little. Yeah, let's get a cleaner brush. Here we go. I got a fresh hockey brush. Never been used. But that has yellow in it. So we need a new container. Ah! Got an Altoid tin. That's clean. Perfect. I'll try pouring, mixing a little in here. Maybe that'll make a better coat. So I'm just making a paste. Oh yeah, that works better. So basically I just made alcohol paint, I suppose. Now, it might be better to do this on tracing paper so you could actually see what you're doing, but this is what I have, and I like to use what I have. Maybe with the gold, we'll do some Gampi. All right, now I just have to let this dry, and I'll clean this up, and we'll do some with gold. All right, so now I want to use up some of this gold. I love this gold, mostly because I bought it in Venice, Italy, and what's not to love about that? I have this brush, and I'm going to use this little teeny jelly jar instead. I think that will be better. Now we don't need a ton, and I don't want to waste this gold pigment because it was not cheap. So we're going to put that much in. That might be too much, but let's see. And then we're just going to put a tiny bit, like I've got a cap full of the isopropyl alcohol. And I mean, look at how cool that looks. It's so cool. All right. Oh, I need paper. I'm going to actually splurge a little bit and use something a little more transparent. So here's some Gampi paper that I bought from Hiromi. Oh, look at cool that is. I might need a little more alcohol to dissolve this pigment. Oh my God, I could just coat everything in gold. I never thought I was a gold kind of person, but so pretty. And gold on encaustic just looks amazing. I mean, look at how pretty it is just in this glass jar. And now we just need to let this dry. And we'll test it out. All right. Once you use a brush with gold, that's all that brush is good for. So here I've got just a test panel. I don't remember what I was doing, but it didn't really work out. So I just have it here. And let's see what the white does. Maybe we'll do some little brushy marks. Ooh, that's cool. And what about just some, I don't know, like some crazy writing. Ah, so cool. So cool. Okay, now I'm a little worried that this gold is just going to get everywhere, but we'll just test it out. Ooh, that's not bad. It is kind of getting everywhere. Maybe this one just needs to dry a little bit more. But that white worked really, really well. And I will say this gold is probably going to get all over the place, so I'm going to have to put it in its own envelope. And the white probably needs to go in its own envelope too. But we'll let this dry a little bit more maybe. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's on the Gampi, maybe it's not sticking as well. I do see a lot of potential, especially in making really thin lines, really thin, delicate lines on your encaustic. Now the good news about this, if it does make a mess, is you can take a baby wipe and literally clean up. I mean, it's going to take everything, so, you know, probably should have fused between the white and the gold, but I mean, my work isn't all that exacting typically. Gold does get everywhere though. Once you get gold down, you're going to have gold particles everywhere. Let's put this somewhere where it's drying better. And we'll fuse this. And see what we've got. That's pretty cool. Make sure this is a pretty cold panel, so I'm gonna make sure this gold gets in, otherwise I'm gonna have gold everywhere. So now we got some gold accents. And I really love this thin white line that I can get. Getting white back into encaustic has been one of my challenges, so this is going to be really cool. Really excited. And I love that it almost looks like pencil. Have fun, experiment, make some art.